This is a MA Economics syllabus. Okay. First, you have a 3 core paper. First, 101 Advanced Price Theory. Second, Public Finance Plus. Third, Statistics for Economics. Okay, these three are compulsory paper and core paper. And you can opt one paper from these two papers, which is Agriculture Economics and Industrial Economics. It's the same structure. And these four papers is compulsory and has a 4 credit, and another one is audit course. It has no particular syllabus, no, not specifically syllabus. So this is just a task for every Saturday and Friday for 2 hours cleaning of our campus. So no need to take tension about this paper. We have just prepared for these 4 papers. If you already take agriculture economics, if you want to change this subject, you can change. You can mail me and tell me industrial economics. Before the examination form filling, it is not urgent to change. You can attend lecture of industrial economics also and agriculture also. If you think that I want to choose industrial, so you can choose. Then, if you have already opted industrial economics and if you want to change agriculture economics, you can change, because 80 to 90% students have opted agriculture economics, I think. So this is a 4 compulsory. This is a skill-based paper and this is an optional paper, but these 4 papers are very important for you. Then in second semester, the same structure is there. So just statistics, the research methodology paper instead of statistics only. This is a change paper. Okay, 103, 203. This is a change paper. Otherwise, and if you already opted industrial, then in next semester you have to opt rural development. You cannot opt agriculture, and if you already opted first semester industrial economics. Okay, so if you opted A, then you have to opt A paper in second semester. It can change before the exam form filling process. So in next third semester, there is no need to discuss now. If you clear first and second sem, then you will be admitted for the third and fourth semester. Third semester, there is a very big task for dissertation. This is a dissertation, and dissertation have a thesis. You have to make thesis, and then you have to prepare for research methodology, which will be learned in second semester. So this is a program at a glance. MA Economics 2 years course. There is a 4 semester 60-40 pattern. There are 72 credits is there, and this is a program of objective in this syllabus. There is all things is mentioned. Program specifics and program specific outcomes also. After this course, you will be able to understand the latest development of principle of economic theory and so on. So these types of outcomes is there. And now this is the time to introduce first topic, advanced price. You have already learned about microeconomic theory. So this paper is just name change here, advanced price theory. It is known as a advanced microeconomic theory also, advanced microeconomic theory. So our paper is 101 advanced price theory first. Means second will be in second. So what is the course objective? Course objective to explain the economic concept and theories related to the behavior of economic agents, markets and industry structure. Second, to integrate theoretical knowledge in order to explain the past economic event and formulate prediction on future ones. To evaluate the consequences of economic activity and institutions for individual and सोशल वेलफेअर जे ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह आहेत आणि जे कोर्स ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह या कोर्सची ऍडव्हान्स प्राइस concepts and theories related to behavior of economic agents. आर्थिक जे एजंट्स असतात, इकॉनॉमिक एजंट्स, ग्राहक, विक्रेता, हे इकॉनॉमिक एजंट्स आहेत. यांचं मार्केट आणि इंडस्ट्री स्ट्रक्चर कशा प्रकारचं आहे हे पण आपल्याला बघायचं. देन टू इंटिग्रेट द theoretical knowledge in order to explain past economic events and to formulate prediction on future one. भूतकाळातील आर्थिक घटनांचं ज्ञान घेऊन ते भविष्यकाळातील घटकांशी कशा प्रकारचं इंटिग्रेटेड आहे, कसं प्रकारचं एकात्मिक स्वरूप आहे, त्या संदर्भातील तुम्हाला या सिद्धांतानंतर बघायचं. देन टू इव्हॅल्युएट the consequences of economic activities and institutions for individual and social welfare. वैयक्तिक आणि सामाजिक कल्याणामध्ये ज्या आर्थिक घडामोडी घडणार आहेत यांचं विविध ज्या इन्स्टिट्यूशन्स आहेत त्यांचं कशा प्रकारे आंतरसंबंध आहे ते मूल्यमापन करण्याचं काम आपण या पेपरच्या माध्यमातून करतो. असं तुमच्यापैकी कोणी आहे का ज्याला मराठी कळत नाही? मी हिंदी बोलू शकतो. Unit first, introduction to economics. Actually, I have already mentioned here, introduction to economics, not a microeconomics. Because some students are from various backgrounds, graduate backgrounds, come from other subjects. Because I know all students is not come from the same branch, economics branch. As per my knowledge, my one student is from law background, one is from two, three are from science background. That is why I mention here introduction to economics. So meaning, nature and scope of economics. What is the meaning? What is economics? So economics is the science of wealth. This is the definition given by the Adam. So what is the nature? Nature means economics is a science or art. Economics is a moral or practical sciences, positive sciences. These types of discussion will be done in the nature and scopes of economics. In the scope, you can see our syllabus and micro, macro, industrial, and research methodology. These types of discussion will be done in the scope of economics and in importance and limitations of economics. I think a very interesting story behind the importance of economics I always say to the students. That is, if you don't have a knowledge of microeconomics, you are a half literate. And if you don't have a knowledge of economics, whole economics, single economics, you are illiterate. अर्थशास्त्रामध्ये जर तुम्हाला मायक्रो इकॉनॉमिक्सचं नॉलेज नाही, तुम्ही अर्धशिक्षित आहात. आणि जर तुम्हाला अर्थशास्त्राचं नॉलेजच नाहीये तर तुम्ही अशिक्षित आहात. तुम्ही फक्त साक्षर असाल इतर कोणत्याही फील्डमध्ये. सो द इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ इकॉनॉमिक्स विल बी शो फ्रॉम दिस my story. Then difference between micro and macroeconomics. स्थूल आणि सूक्ष्म अर्थशास्त्र कशा प्रकारचे. Then methods of economic analysis. The economic theories are given in the structure of ceteris paribus, means assumption. If there is nothing ceteris paribus, there is no assumption, then economic theory will not complete, because economics is not a pure science. Economics is a social science. It has a ceteris paribus. It has a box. So This types of discussion will be done in the method of economic analysis. Economic models means economic theory. Need creation of ideal model. Some theories are outdated. Some theories are not applicable in the modern time. So it has a need to creation of ideal model. They are the student of economics in modern world. So we have to study old theories, past theories, and how to formulate new theories and new creation. So this is a very important thing. Then in the second unit, consumer behavior. This is a very interesting. It is I think the soul of the macroeconomic theory. This chapter of mine. So consumer behavior, the concept of cardinal and ordinal utility, because utility is a psychic entity, and utility is measured in terms of unit and numbers. Marshall says that, and another Hicks and Allen says that we cannot measure utility in terms of numbers. We can give a rank. You can give a rank. You can give preferences. We can compare utility, but we can not measure the utility, because utility is a psychic entity, it's a psychological concept. It is based on the real introspection. So Hicksian ordinary utility approach, and then assumption, indifference curve, margin rate of substitute, indifference curve map, price line is there, then consumer equilibrium by indifference curve, price income effects, substitution effects, methods of Hicks and Sadowski, bifurcate the price effects, revealed preference theory, prakata pasanti siddhanta, and modern utility analysis, Bernoulli hypothesis, Newman Marginson, Friedman Savage, and hypothesis Markowitz hypothesis. This hypothesis is very important in modern utility analysis, because the utility analysis is, I think, soul of the utility analysis and consumer. So, in the third chapter, we will discuss the firm and its technology supply analysis, meaning of firm and industry. We see in the marriage card, many people mention that we have firm. खेड्यामध्ये तर खूप लोक लिहितात, पिठाची गिरणी जर असेल तर आमची पिठाची गिरणी आहे, हे दुकान आहे, किराणा दुकान. इट इज अ फर्म. फर्म म्हणतात ना, फर्म खान. Firm and industry. Actually, firm, plants and industry, you have to know what is meant by firm. Actually, industry, I'll give an example to you. शिक्षण हा एक उद्योग आहे. विद्यापीठ हे त्याचा एक फर्म आहे, आणि कॉलेज हे त्याचं एक प्लांट आहे. आपण ऍग्रिकल्चर फील्ड मध्ये बघूया. कापड उद्योग हा एक उद्योग आहे. कारखाना जो असतो जिथं सूत तयार होतं किंवा कापड तयार होतं, ती एक फर्म आहे, आणि त्या कारखान्यामध्ये कापसापासून सूत वेगळं करणं आणि ते चरखी वेगळं करणं हा एक प्लांट आहे, छोटंसं युनिट आहे. किंवा उत्पादनाची प्रक्रिया ज्या ठिकाणी एक प्रक्रिया पार पडते त्याला प्लांट म्हणतात. अ स्मॉल ऍक्टिव्हिटी इन द प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस done, the place which is known as a plant, and the full activity will be done in the one place is known as a firm, and the number of firms are included in the industry. वेगवेगळ्या कॉलेजेस हे तुमचे प्लांट्स आहेत. आपलं स्कूल ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट, स्कूल ऑफ सोशल सायन्स अँड डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ इकॉनॉमिक्स इज अ प्लांट ऑफ एज्युकेशन इंडस्ट्री, and university is a firm of this industry. So In this third chapter, technology and inputs is the next topic. Long run and short term. What is uh, the production function? उत्पादन काय असेल? Short and long run production function, law of variable proportion, return to scale, isopont, समुत्पादन वक्र आहे त्याच्यामध्ये. Least cost combination inputs, समान खर्च आदान संयोग, and Cobb-Douglas production function. Cobb-Douglas चं उत्पादन and the technical process आणि production. तांत्रिक प्रगती कशी प्रकारचे उत्पादन करण्यासाठी ते आपल्याला बघायचे. In the fourth chapter, there is a 5 chapter. Theory of cost is very important topic. Cost, types of cost, cost curve, short run and long run cost curve, relation between the average cost and marginal cost. This is a very interesting topic when you will become to direct in the classrooms. Very joyfully. Then U-shape and L-shape cost curve, revenue curve, revenue curve is there. Concept of revenue, average marginal total revenue curves, various equilibrium of the firm cost curve and revenue curve. ज्या उत्पादन संस्था आहे त्याच्यामध्ये खर्च वक्र कशा प्रकारचे सगळ्यांचं याच्यामध्ये विश्लेषण छान पद्धतीने. In the fifth unit, last unit, price and output determination under the perfect competition. Perfect competition first, features. What is the mean by पूर्ण स्पर्धेमध्ये काय वैशिष्ट्य आहे? Price determination under the perfect competition. पूर्ण स्पर्धेमध्ये किंमत कशा प्रकारे निश्चित होते. Next, short run and long run equilibrium in the firm and industry. अल्पकालीन आणि दीर्घकालीन संतुलन कशामध्ये उद्योग संस्था आणि उद्योगात. And the dynamic changes and effects on the equilibrium. These are 5 chapters. All chapters have a equal weightage and equal hours also divided, dedicated to the lectures, but not equal. In the first chapter, there is only 10 hours will be required for this lecture, 14 for this second topic, and third 12 and 12. So this is the introduction of microeconomics. I will teach this subject the whole semester, and this is a very interesting subject because the number of questions, 10 to 20 questions will be come from this topic in statement examination and other various computer examinations. And this is a very basic subject. Initially, when I was a student of PG, at PG level, I didn't like this subject because there are a number of graphs. Even I want to share one thing then. When I am while preparing my next state examination in 2009 and 10, I skipped these topics, all topics. And at that time I didn't know that I will become a professor, and after that it has to more preparation for me. I have to prepare more and more, and now at this stage, this is one of my best interesting subjects in the entire economic setup. So this is very interesting. If you know the key concept of this any topic, you will understand what is economics, what is cardinal point, what is the ordinal point, what is price effect, and all things will be clear within 1 minute. These all are very interesting and important topics. You are a PG student. You can find out the syllabus on YouTube also. You can search various lectures on YouTube also, because some professional people upload their microeconomics and other economic lectures. You can find any lecture on YouTube, any lecture. And this is syllabus is available in everywhere, in every institution. Even the commerce department, there has a macroeconomics in MBA, in law, there is a microeconomics, because where is economic syllabus is opted and macroeconomics is compulsory there. So now in the next lecture, I will discuss to the topics as per the topics point to point. Okay. Thank you.